are two Crafty Sheilas. My name's Belle.
And I'm Loz.
And we're just two Sheilas from Queensland, Australia. We thought we would try our hand at a YouTube channel. And so this is our first one, and you get to learn a little bit about us. We thought we'd first start showing you what we've got going on at the moment. So we mainly do diamond painting. That's how we met. So you'll see lots and lots of diamond painting stuff on our channel, but we also hope to go and branch out into a few other little crafts. So at the moment, this is one that I finished last night. This is actually just a little cheap Kmart job. I got it on clearance and it's been sitting as a work in progress for quite a while in my house. So I wanted to get it finished since it's the new year. So this is mine one done. And Loz, what are you working on?
I'm working on Celestial Dreams. I don't know how much you can actually see of it, but it is one of Rendell Spangler's and it's a biggie. It's an 89 by 56 square drill diamond painting. I've had this one in my stash for quite some time, and when Belle, you said you got it, we kind of made a deal to actually work on it together. So I've been flying with this one. I've absolutely loved the colour blocking. I'm not a fan of confetti, as you'll probably find out through this channel.
Whereas I'm the absolute opposite. Love me some confetti, not a fan of the colour blocking. So at least there's a bit of variation here.
That's great.
I do love those colours. They're gorgeous.
Oh, it is just sparkling. It's so bright. And the blues, there's a lot of blues, but it is just beautiful. And I'm starting to come on to the dragling's face, and I absolutely love them. They're just so fun to work on.
So cute. Oh, my gosh. Okay. So what we thought we'd do is Loz is going to do some diamond painting, so you can actually watch her do that. I am actually going to kit this little baby down, and then I was going to kit up my next one. So just so you can see. So this one is a KaiserCraft one. So this one is called Galah and Cockatoo. So it's a bit of an Aussie one, which is quite nice. It's only a little one. It's a 34 by 44 centimeter kit, but it is full drill. So that's what I figure we can work on while we're chatting today.
Yeah.
Cool.
As I was saying earlier, I really do like the KaiserCraft brand. It's something that's got something a bit different, just for a cheaper kit.
Yeah. It's I was surprised. I'll see what the drills are like, but hey, for the price that you get, it's not bad. It's definitely sort of reminiscent of diamond dots, actually.
Yes, I haven't worked on one yet, but they look amazing.
Just so everyone can see, so this is my little trash jewel jar. So I'm just going to be emptying some of my stuff in there. It's looking all very rainbowy. But yes. Alrighty, Loz. So tell me a bit about yourself.
I work in the healthcare industry, so I have a lot of stress on board, and that's why I do a lot of diamond painting. And I find it is such an outlet, a nice outlet for me to actually chill out after a day of work and come and do something, get rid of the kidlets and let me have some me time. I don't know what else you want to know.
How long have you been married to hubby?
We've been married to be 11 years this year. We got married on Hamilton Island in the Whitsundays. It was just magical. We had a nice little group of family and friends come with us, and it was just like a party weekend. So it wasn't like a typical wedding. It was just wonderful.
Nice. Was it summer or winter?
May. Yeah.
So it not too hot.
No, it wasn't hot at all, and we got it was a little bit overcast, but it just sort of added to the effect, and it was perfect. And I've got two little kidlets. One is starting school this year, which I'm excited but really sad because I'm going to lose my little tag along. But then I get a day to myself to diamond paint.
So jealous, so jealous.
How about you?
So I'm married and I have one chidlet. So I got married to my husband 10 and a half years ago now. Oh my goodness.
Wow.
We actually had a destination wedding. So we got married in a Scottish castle.
Oh, how amazing.
So, yeah, it's a little bit different for the little
Yeah.
Queensland Aussie chick. But, yeah, no, it was pretty magical. It meant a really, really intimate wedding. So we, including my husband and myself, we had 9 of us. So it was just beautiful.
How amazing.
Yeah. So, I mean, amazing photos.
What made you go for that? For Scotland?
So
any history or?
No, not at all. Look, the reason I did it was, almost every little girl always dreams about her wedding and her wedding day. I didn't. I was never that interested in the wedding part, but I'd always dreamed that my wedding night would be in a castle.
Wow.
I don't know why, but that was my end goal. And when I met hubby, I sort of told him, I was like, if we're going to get married, that's fine, but our honeymoon has to be in Europe because I've got to stay in a castle. And my best friend that I actually met at university, she is Norwegian.
Wow.
And she couldn't afford to come over for our wedding. So my hubby, in his infinite wisdom, said, why don't we go overseas and get married since you want to stay in a castle anyway? And I sort of looked at him because it was a throwaway comment. And I looked at him and said, if you're serious, say it again. If you're not serious, we will never speak of this again. and bless him, he sat for 10 minutes and had a bit of a think through, and he said, no, if that's what you want, we'll get married overseas. And I said, okay, let's start planning it. So and then his bright idea was, let's get married in the castle. So it was interesting trying to wedding plan for a country that's 10 or 12 hours behind us. So that was a bit of fun. Everything was done via email. There was no phone calls. So in a way, it was really good because you can't get bogged down with detail. We picked the big stuff and then we let other people just pick all the little stuff. There was no way we could get finicky about anything because it was too hard.
Yeah, we were like that too because we got a wedding planner, came with Hamilton Island.
Wow.
So they sort of just told you this is your options and this is what you got to pick. So you couldn't. It wasn't too individual for us. This is the cakes and this is your photographer. We didn't get a choice of a photographer, but you just got told this is who you're having and that's it.
Wow.
Oh, but Scotland would have been amazing.
Yeah. It was quite interesting. We got married in this little castle just outside of Edinburgh. And the only reason we picked there was we decided, although, most countries in Europe all speak English, we wanted an easy language barrier. Like we didn't want to have to be fighting. You didn't want to be, we knew we were going to be nervous. We knew we were going to be emotional on the wedding day. So we didn't want to be having to concentrate on what someone was saying to understand the accent.
Yes. Yeah.
So we went Scotland with a high Scottish accent. But
wonderful.
No, it was lovely, and we actually had dramas getting into the country to get married. That's a whole story for another day. But it meant that we were incredibly relaxed on our wedding day. Because it was small and intimate. We'd already been through the absolute ringers, so for us, it was a nice day. And I'm probably one of the few people I know, I actually remember basically every moment of that wedding day. I didn't feel stressed. I felt relaxed and I just enjoyed it.
That was like me. Yeah, I was the same. Yeah. It was so good having everything. But then having your family and your friends with you like the day before, and we had all the excitement of everybody arriving at the same time. And that was truly amazing.
Did you end up having? Oh, sorry.
No, you're right.
No, I was just going to say, did you end up having much of a hens night?
Yes, we just went to the local pub and my sister organised it all. But on the same night, my hubby had all his mates over at our house, so he didn't want to go out anywhere. They just kind of set up the shed and with the pool table, ping pong and darts and did all that sort of thing. But we went out and did. My sister and I, we did a fairy tale thing. So I was the Queen of Hearts. My sister was the Cheshire Cat, and one of my other bridesmaids, she was Maleficent. So we got some of the best photos just acting up, and of course you had your usual, entertainment for the hen's night.
Wow.
But it was, and then we went out and had a few too many drinks, but it was wonderful.
Yeah,
it was great.
see, I love that.
Yeah.
I had 2 mates came over with me.
Yep.
So because I don't have any siblings that I grew up with, so we just had 2 friends come over to substitute as family, as sisters for me. And so one was my Norwegian friend, the other one was a local friend that I met at university here. So we've been friends for a long time, and we actually did a ghost tour for my hen's night.
Oh wow.
Down in the Edinburgh tunnels, so a little bit different.
Very different.
But so much fun.
So much
fun. And we did the same. We had all of our family staying with us, so we actually stayed in a little B&B just down the road. And that lady, she was amazing. She took us on. She knew what we were there for, so she was so interested in our process and why we were doing it. She actually ended up coming to our wedding ceremony.
Oh, how lovely.
She didn't stay for the reception or anything, but she actually came to our wedding ceremony. So we've got photos with her, and it was a really special time.
Oh,
yes.
Lovely.
And then as far as family goes, I have a chidlet. So he is 3. He is actually starting kindy this year. So in a couple of weeks' time, he's getting shipped off to school, which is a little bit scary.
Step, isn't it?
Yeah, it's just he's only 3. It just feels such a big step.
Feels too young. Yeah. No, mine's ready to go to school. My 8-year-old, she's going into grade 4 this year, so she's a pro at it. So, but my little boy going into prep, this is going to be hard. He's a stage 5 clinger, and my little koala. So it's going to be interesting to see how he'll go. But he's excited for it, so that's a start.
Oh, good.
Yeah,
is he going to have any
friends? He's got friends because he was at the daycare, the local daycare here. He's got 2 of his really close friends, so we could request who he was going to be with, and they've all got the same teacher. Yeah, so it's going to make it nicer, and we've been kind of keeping them together and having play dates over the holidays just to sort of keep them close and remember each other.
Yeah. How good.
Yeah. Now I was going to say, what sort of crafts are you into?
Yeah. For the 3rd time lucky, hey?
Yeah, that's all right. I'll get there eventually.
Sorry. Craft-wise. So I actually started doing a lot of craft as a lot of kids do, long stitch. And then because my aunt, she is heavily into cross stitch and things. She sort of got me started with long stitch when we'd go over to New Zealand because she lives over there. And then obviously the next step was I did a lot of cross stitch with her. And then I was just finding, Queensland weather is not great for having fabric on your lap in the middle of summer. It's really not a comfortable feeling. So I ended up sort of putting it away, and life got busy and all of those fun things. So I was finding I wasn't touching on it as much anymore. And then I found diamond painting, and I thought, it's quite close to cross stitch, really.
Yeah, definitely.
So I've sort of been finding that this has been my little go-to for now. And at least, I'm set up at a table. I'm not having fabric on my lap. So I've probably been doing a lot of this, but I love me some jigsaws. I love me some Lego. Oh my gosh, Lego.
Yeah, me too.
So they're probably my big crafts, but hey, a lot of things I'm happy to have a go at and see if I like it or not. Yeah. What about you?
Yeah, so I was sort of first exposed to diamond painting a long time ago. It must have been like 2019 or 20, but I didn't start my first one until 2021, and I saw my nail lady. She used to do it, and I'm like, what are you doing? It just looks so interesting. So she kind of got me into the AliExpress ones and the Amazon ones eventually, and then I got exposed, caught the Diamond Art Club bug, and now I've been a Diamond Art Club snob ever since. I don't intend to try anything else, but you are definitely pushing me into new companies and seeing what else is out there. And I do know
payback for getting me hooked on Diamond Art Club.
Well, that's your fault for asking me for Spanglers. So,
so for those of you out there, the reason that Loz and I actually met was I had been looking at Randall Spangler artwork, his little draglings, for so long. I kept seeing pics of it online, and I was so curious and just wanted to try it. I just didn't want to bite the bullet and pay that amount of money. And I actually found there was an Australia-New Zealand de-stash group, and I posted on there saying, is anyone going to be de-stashing any Spangler kits? And Loz put her hand up. So I actually bought, was it 5 or 6 off you?
I think it was only 4.
Oh, was it 4?
Yeah.
Okay.
4.
Oh, I can't remember.
Yeah.
I bought, yes, all Randall Spanglers. And then I don't know what possessed me, but when I started doing the first one was Kitchen Helpers. I remember that.
Yeah. Yeah.
And when I started doing it, I actually started sending progress pics to Loz just to be like, hey, this is the kit you gave me. And then, we've been talking and friends ever since. So Spangler is what brought us together.
It did, didn't it? And then this one's like, I want to start a YouTube channel. And I think she said it for probably about 2 or 3 months until I finally said yes.
I know.
And here we
are. I call myself an early influencer, although I only influence
only influenced me. But then we get like, she sends me, Belle will send me a message and saying, oh, I'm thinking about this. What do you reckon? I'm like, go for it. We just enable each other.
Yeah, much to our hubby's disgust, but that's okay.
Oh, well, happy wife, happy life.
Exactly correct. Yeah. So tell me some of the brands and things that you've been doing. Oh, no, you've got to tell me the rest of your crafts.
Oh, yeah. So I do crochet. I'm currently working on a blanket that I started back in September 2022. So I am self-taught. So I've learned from... Yeah. I'm teaching myself. I watch YouTube videos to sort of find out the stitch I like, and then I just stick to it. But I have a lot of goals with the crochet. I'd love to make some little animals and do some amigurumi, and so I'd like to use this platform just to sort of learn myself and show you my progress with that. But I would probably be mainly diamond painting. That just seems to be my go-to and my little chill.
Yeah, I find it so easy to just pick up and put down.
Yes.
You've got your own little crafty corner. Like it's no mess, no fuss. It's there, it's done. You literally just pick up the pen and start going.
That's it. Yeah, definitely. Oh, it's so, I don't know, I can just zone out. And it kind of annoys me a bit where everyone's like, oh, how do you have the patience? Does people say that to you? How do you have the patience to finish this?
Yes.
I'm like, just kind of get in your zone. And
that's exactly right. That's what I keep saying. It's all about the zone.
Yeah. Oh, that's right.
And yeah, I mean, I've got that similar career option as you do, like I work in healthcare as well, and totally different stream, but when you do have that high stress kind of a job in healthcare, like we do the job because we care about people and we want to help them. You can't help but take on some of that stress and that anxiety that patients bring, and that compassion. You can't turn that off. And when we come home from work, it's mentally and physically exhausting. And, when you've got to then come home to family and they're energetic and they want to do things and you just need to debrief, something like this is just great to tune out.
It is. You can feel it. It's because you zone in on the pretty colours and you just feels
And it's
so
a
nice and
process.
relaxed. The process.
You focus on the process.
And you forget about what was happening, and it makes it a lot easier to debrief and relax.
Yeah, exactly. Although, can I just point out my little 34 by 44 kit, the background color is, for those
look at it.
for those who know their DMC codes, it is number 963. There is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 bags of the stuff.
That is a lot. Is it a round or a square?
Rounds. Because
right.
I suppose because I bought it in the shop, I suppose a lot of our shops don't really do a lot in the way of squares, do they?
No,
they sort of
it's usually round.
Yeah, it's just catering to the general population, I suppose, especially the ones trying it out. So it's round. So at least it should be pretty easy to multi-place. But oh my gosh, so many bags.
I finished that
maybe I should
now.
just. Oh wow! Oh, I love the colours.
Time to start a new one. Oh, I just got a message. My son has just lost his first tooth.
Oh my gosh!
So we're going to have the tooth fairy visiting tonight.
Oh, that's exciting and bittersweet. That's your last.
Oh, it was hanging in there for ages. So finally, he wouldn't let you touch it.
I'm
my
hoping
daughter's a pro.
Okay, so it wasn't a play-related injury then.
No, well, they're at time zones, so I don't know. Could have been something.
Hopefully it was not a play-related tooth loss.
Elbow. Yeah.
It's all right. When he comes home with a black eye, you'll know why. Totally fine.
Oh, he's already got a black eye. He had a bit of a run-in with our dash hound. He was
with the dash hound.
With our dash hound, yeah. So this is my boy, my 4-year-old or 5-year-old, sorry. He was pretending to be a dog, as they do, playing around on the room. And she came bolting out of through the kitchen and just misjudged the corner and smashed right into his eye. She's not the tiniest little dash hound. She's a big standard, so she's a big girl. She's like a Besser block.
So solid.
She's solid. She's a solid girl. Yeah. So he's had a nice shiner for a few weeks.
Oh, poor love. Was the dog okay too?
Oh yeah, she's fine. She just shook it off, and she probably didn't even realise.
I was going to say, if it's anything like my dog, big bullfed, not going to notice it.
Goodness. So do you just have the one dog?
One dog, one cat.
Yeah.
And then,
two cats.
Ooh. Tell me about them.
So I've got my Belle. She's my standard dash hound. She's a tan colour, so she's beautiful. We got her when she was about 6 months old. I got my other dog. His name is Benny, and he's a mini dash hound crossed with a beagle. So he is the two worst breeds you can get for behaviour. So he digs out any chance. Yeah, digs out any chance. He'll bark at everything. He's just a pain in the backside, but he's cute.
Lucky he's what you mean.
Yeah, he's about 2 years old. Belle's 2 years old too. And then I've got a 16-year-old cat.
Wow.
She's like a tortoiseshell looking chinchilla. So she's beautiful. And my other one is a 6-month-old ragdoll. So he loves attacking my 16-year-old cat. And they get into a lot of mischief, and she screams and cries, and I wouldn't have it any other way. I love my animals, and I'd have a house full of cats if I could. I'm going to be my next kit. I'm going to do is Crazy Cat Lady from DAC.
I was going to say you've got to do that.
I've got to, and I'm like, because that's just me. I'm going to change her eyes up to blue, so it'll be just like me.
Love it. Love it. And you're going to have to talk me through your change process, because I am not game to change kits.
Oh.
I am a chicken for that. I'm not a natural creative person. So for me, I follow the pattern, and that's about it. So
it's only because I've seen a lot of updates of people, and there's one cat, I think they call it the Franken cat or something, Franken feline, in a lot of the group, because it's just got the different colours. Like, it's a 2 different tone colour cat, and it just doesn't look right, and it's sitting on her lap. So I have a lot of screenshots of what people have done to change that cat, plus also the change in her eyes. So I'm thinking if I could just keep some light blue colours and just change, because they're green originally, and to just sort of change the green with the blue. And being a square kit, it'll work out a lot nicer, so I won't have to worry about any gapping. But
yeah, the background colour.
Yeah, I'm getting close to finishing this one, so
you are flying through that. You've left me the dust.
It's the colour
really
blocking, I tell you. It's the colour blocking.
Yeah,
it is. It's
I will give you that. When I get into it, I am genuinely enjoying it, and then when I'm sitting back and just looking at it, just going, oh, so much colour blocking.
Yeah, but when you think of it, like, it is a lot of the jars there. The big jar is really hard because it's all blues, but it's not massive colour blocking. So it goes through. And now I'm getting into the parts of the dragon or the dragling, and he's got bits of confetti through it, especially through his body in here. You know, there's like little squares for his scales, and that's quite fun to work through. I actually do enjoy them because of how structured they are.
Yes.
That'd be good.
Yeah, no, agreed with that. They come out so nice. Randall Spangler does beautiful drawings, and then Diamond Art Club does so well with their rendering for him. It's perfect. You know, it is like a match made in heaven. They just come out so lovely.
And I've noticed in their new one that just came out, was it 2 days ago, I think? In their older kits with Randall Spangler, they use the ABs through the dragling. Yes. But they've changed that up to the fairy dust now. So that's going to be quite subtle, and it won't look as bright, I reckon. But I think it'll be a beautiful change.
I'm looking forward to trying one to see if I do like it. Yeah. But I have to say, you know, to me, a lot of that mythology is dragons have those shiny scales. So I kind of love having the ABs in the dragons. You know, to me, it was a really nice thing. But you're right. Like, I think the fairy dust will be a lot more subtle, and I don't think it'll be any less beautiful. So I'm curious to try one and just see how it goes.
I'm just going to try and move this so you can see it a bit better. Like the face. I don't know. Can you see that? Like they're just highlighting like around his eye and around like the middle for the nose. That's it. That's all it is through the face, which is really quite pretty. And then down like through the scales here, it's just got like, they're just highlighting the tops of it. It's not all the way through it, but it just, it looks lovely. But I don't know.
Beautiful.
Yeah. Oh, I'm loving it. Yeah. Well, we're coming up to half an hour. Gosh, it's flying by.
Wow. Well, I thought I've just finished doing my little kit up. So these are going to be my colours.
Oh, it looks nice.
Yeah, so it's only 19 colours, so it finishes up there. But that way. But, you know, I don't use these trays very often. I tend to use them for my smaller, shall we say, cheaper kits. I thought they're just the right size, whereas I tend to use, like the Elizabeth Wards on the much bigger kits.
Yeah, I like these. They're very handy.
They're great. I haven't tried them until recently, but I really like them. They fit just that little bit more. I still love my Tic Tac containers. Controversial. Still love me some Tic Tac containers, and I definitely still use them for my excess drill storage.
Good idea. Yeah.
So I still have them, and like some of those medium kits, if I've run out of my Elizabeth Ward containers, I still use a Tic Tac container to get me through. Like currently the Celestial Dreams that we're both working on, I've only got the Elizabeth Ward, the little mini containers.
Oh, do you?
My He was so lovely. He bought them for me. Bless him. He was trying to do the most lovely thing, and he only got me minis. So I sort of need to try and find the bigger sizing. But it means, like, you know, I top them all up and it's fine. But there's so many colors and such large bags in that Celestial Dreams. I ended up going over into excess, and I didn't have any more Elizabeth Ward containers. I'd run out. They're all currently in use. So the last half a dozen colors ended up in the Tic Tac containers.
Well, yeah, there's 59 colors in this one. I know I had 2 left over, like 2 that didn't fit. So, and they're the big blue ones. But yeah, I just sort of grabbed, because I got 2 of these with all different sizes, and I just sort of add to it with what I have and what I need, and it works out. They work out really well. They're great with the sizing.
Yeah, no, definitely.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Well, since you finished your section, I finished my kitting up. Shall we close this off?
Perfect. I think so. So, what's our plans for videos to come? I know we're going to do some unboxings and
definitely. We'll definitely be showing some works in progress, so our whips, and we'll try and do it in a few different crafts, so you don't always get flooded with diamond painting. We will try to mix it up a little bit, but as Loz said, probably going to be a fair bit of diamond painting for us.
I think.
Yeah, I think it'd also be good to, if we're buying some accessories, we should definitely try and show you guys what we're getting. And because we are Aussie Sheilas from Queensland, I think it'd be really good if we can show some things that we're buying in Australia. Let's show our Australia and New Zealand peeps what we can get.
Exactly. I agree. That sounds like a great plan. I know I'm going to work on my year in review, what I've done in the last year. I think that'll be, everybody's doing that, and I love watching them all. So that might be something I might start with. And
absolutely. I'd love to do a stash video, but I don't want to admit how big my stash is, considering the length of time I've been doing this.
Yes, I almost fell off my chair when Val told me yesterday. How many do you have?
Yeah, there's a few. I'm going to get it down. I promise. She says that she's bought another 8 kits. La-di-da.
That's right.
Alrighty, so that's us 2 crafty Sheilas. I hope you like watching our videos. If there's anything you'd like for us to show, or if there's any comments, please be friendly. Please, we're sensitive girls. But we'd love to have you join us. So until next time,
bye.
We'll say goodbye for now. Bye.